Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. It's the Ride Chubb Rock.
Simon Bieber.
Brother in the building. We have a vocalist.
Smooth, man. He's smooth.
Not
man.
a singer. We have a vocalist.
Real singer, man.
I'm trying to tell you, this brother here can do his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight, Cobb Energy Center.
Yeah.
My man, Mr. Kenny Lattimore. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. Great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we're glad to have you in the building, brother. Glad to have you.
Yay.
So, show tonight.
Dave Kaz Christmas. And it features myself along with Valerie Simpson
Wow,
and Jonathan Butler. It's amazing.
it is.
Every night. I'm like a fan. I sit on the side and just kind of watch their show. So.
No. People are coming here to hear you sing
Exactly.
stuff from the anatomy of the anatomy album.
Love song.
Love You Back and all that kind of stuff.
Man.
But it's incredible, man. So how's that been?
It has been phenomenal. I just feel like it's great being back with the audience. Because I spent some time pretty much concentrating more on raising my son, and I was going out doing little spot dates here and there.
Yeah.
So to be out touring is phenomenal. Actually, I had him come out and do the first week of the tour with me.
Okay.
Right after Thanksgiving and all that, so that he could see this is what Dad's gonna be doing for the next couple weeks, and then I'll just do that. And we'll finish the tour right before Christmas.
How's the audience for a Christmas show like that?
One, they're kind of built in. The places that we're performing are generally all performing arts centers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's memberships and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a mature crowd, and but they get into it. I mean, they especially know the Valerie Simpson songs and things like that. I'm the baby on the tour, really, but I think that it translates in such a way where people are inspired when they leave, and they just feel, unified, particularly with all the things that are going on in our country. This is the type of show I think that brings, love and that message clearly to the people.
Have you done a show that felt like this before with anybody else?
Only Dave Kaz's summer tour. It's just a certain, I think that certain people bring out certain qualities in other people.
Right.
There's a consistency that Dave Kaz has with the way that he loves, the way that he supports other artists, and how he chooses who he wants to combine and put together to put out on the road. And there's just something special about that. His heart is really big, and there's a consistency with how you're treated on the road. It's one of the best gigs like ever.
What about you and future music?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows you're an R&B, incredible stuff. What about, are you going to dabble in more of the soft jazz kind of vibe?
Yeah. The next album is going to be, we're in the planning stages of it. I think it's going to be more of an acoustic album to bridge me, because ultimately I've been wanting to do a big band album, like and touch on what people know Michael Bublé and Harry Connick Jr. to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no black male singers of my
Doing that,
generation. There's Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton, amazing. I think is the closest one now, but he's still not in my group of singers that came out at my time. He's younger.
Right.
So what I want to do is go back and kind of represent and pull those roots up. So I'm trying to do an album that is going to bridge that together a little bit more this year coming up. So the new single will be out sometime in February or March.
It'll be that
acoustic.
style.
I think
acoustic.
it'll be more of an acoustic, because I think an acoustic style will help to bridge together the real jazz, like the big band and all of that, where people will be able to digest. I don't want to just jump from one thing and just go, boom, I'm doing this whole new thing over here, and isolate my fans as much as I want to tell them, hey, check this out. I think there's some things on here that you'll like, but come on over to this side, and then I'll go back and probably do another mainstream R&B album in 2018.
You're in the mix with some greats there, brother.
Yeah, I'm very honored to be. You know what? It's interesting because I started out my career with Barry White on the road, and I was like, how did I end up with these legends, right away? But I'm just still grateful to be right in there in the midst and in the mix with these people, because they're the musicians that influenced me, that made me want to do this.
Yeah.
So then I get to be on stage and sing these great songs. It's quite an honor. Quite an honor.
Okay, so we have Cobb tonight.
Cobb Energy Center.
Cobb Energy Center.
Yep.
Tonight, showtime starts when?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Greats is on this show. Kenny Lattimore, Jonathan Butler, Valerie Simpson, Dave Kaz, Christmas, Love,
Yeah.
a whole
all
different
that.
kind of environment. A lot of instrumentation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of musicians on that
A
show.
lot of musicians.
So it's going to be incredible, man.
Beautiful live show and eclectic, but very inspirational. I think that anybody that comes to the show tonight is going to leave feeling really great. Just going to feel really good.
So, if you could blink like Genie right now
Mm-hmm.
and create the next Kenny Lattimore project,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be? And don't limit yourself to just music. What would it be? What would it be?
I think it will be a film that encompasses music, because then I could combine all of the visual and the audio, everything together. I've acted, I've written songs, I've written specifically for movies and television, different things like that. So it feels like that would be the perfect vehicle to
A Purple
elevate
Rain
to.
kind of movie or a Love Jones kind of movie?
Probably more of a Love Jones kind of movie. I can't say that I'm a great story writer, but when I'm inspired by a story, I know how to write a great song for that. Okay. And I was able to do that in Love Jones and in Best Man. I was able to write for those movies. And that, I think, lends itself to where the ladies are, in particular ladies, well, guys too. We love to hear a great story and love stories and never go out of style.
Right.
And as we're seeing with the success of Insecure on HBO and Queen Sugar and all these incredible, a lot of drama are in these drama elements in these stories. But in general, black people seeing us and saying, "Oh, I relate to that. That's my story. I relate to him." And then it being written well enough that other nationalities of people can look at it and see themselves as well.
There you go. All right, good. Well, I'm gonna blink.
Hey.
And I'm gonna hope that comes
All right.
through for you.
All right,
You
I
know?
appreciate that.
And the acoustic album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
acoustic album is definitely going to happen, and the big band, because I want to give tribute again to the history of jazz music.
Yeah.
The Duke Ellingtons and
Yes.
Joe Williams, and those that again came before, who paved the way,
Yes, sir.
and make sure that this generation doesn't miss the greatness of jazz.
Right.
Shaka Khan introduced me to jazz because I was a big Shaka fan growing up as a kid. And because she did jazz, it made me stop and pay attention to it. And sometimes that's all that the next generation needs. They need somebody within their circle to say, just pay attention to this for a minute. And
Just check this out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, man.
Like taking you to a new restaurant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You already like to eat.
It's like I live here. I already like to eat. I've
Right.
lived here for years, but I never went to that restaurant.
There you go.
Yeah.
My man. Kenny Lattimore tonight, Cobb Energy Center. How can people follow you?
KennyLattimore.com, everything encompassing, all my social media is there. But just in case you don't get to KennyLattimore.com for any reason, just remember my name, @Kenny Lattimore. I think Facebook is official Kenny Lattimore because we had an imposter or something at the time.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, I understand.
but if you remember my name, I'm easy to find.
That's
Cool.
what's up. My man, we appreciate you stopping by, my
Thank
brother.
you. Thanks for having me.
My man, Kenny Lattimore in the building.
Tonight, you can still get in there.
That's right. We're Magic
107.5,
97.5.
the real sound of Atlanta.